Yeah, so perfect. So now that we have this all set up, now we can decide what we want to do from here. So initially, like the goal would be to get the costs down and get your return on ad spend up.
Correct.
So let's go ahead and see. So this is retargeting. This is cold. Okay, got it.
And then that top one, purchase conversions, that's based on the video I had watched earlier today.
Okay. So it looks like these are okay. So they all include one ad.
Yeah, I realized, but except that one I did this morning, I realized like to just better set it up.
Okay. So these are pretty much all going to, I see. And this ad takes them to which page on the site?
I'm pretty sure new arrivals or just the website home screen. And then all of these are manual placement, but after from watching your videos, I see you do automatic placement.
Right.
So should I go and change all of those to automatic?
Not change them. Let's go ahead and set up a campaign from the beginning.
Okay.
And it looks like you already launched this one today. So this one is the one you just recently launched?
Yes, and I use the audience with that just one interest.
Okay.
Like I had seen one. I'm not sure if that's correct, but
You split them out by the interest?
yes.
Okay. And these here, are these automatic placements?
Yes.
Perfect. Cool. So,
All those
okay.
audiences are just very,
Broad.
no lookalikes, no past customers, nothing like that.
Mm-hmm. Just trying to see if this audience is here. Okay, yep. All right, this makes sense. Got it. So essentially these have how many ads per each? Just one ad?
Yes, that's another thing I kind of wanted to bring up. We really just have the new arrivals catalog, except when we advertise using an existing post. And I know that has to be individual. You can't do that as an ad set, from what I understand.
So what we can do is create more ads. So that's ideally what we want to do. I'd recommend like having more ads per ad set audience. And
Okay.
that way we can actually like have some more variety to test.
Okay.
And to do that, we could start with what you have here on like this first audience, like by duplicating it.
Okay.
And this ad specifically, this copy that you're using, okay, got it. This one's using a code. Okay. Yep, makes sense. It's going to the collections new arrival page. All right.
Yes.
Okay. That makes sense. And these images are the actual, is this a dynamic ad you have here?
Yes, it's pulling straight from our Shopify collection,
Yeah.
a catalog. These are the actual photos that you see on the website when you're shopping.
Gotcha.
We tried one. where we manually uploaded the images, like the
Yes.
ones we chose, and it just did not do well at all.
Right. Because it's always changing for y'all.
Right.
That makes sense. Okay. So in that case, honestly, like we wouldn't want to change too much variations with the creative because with y'all being correct me if I'm wrong, is it a boutique?
Yes.
Okay. So with it being a boutique and y'all are always changing out products and stuff and have new arrivals and stuff that was changing and shifting,
Yes.
dynamic's fine.
Right. Thanks.
We won't be able to stack social proof won't really stack on these very well, but that's fine as long as we can just get the right audience and get purchases. Because I mean, if the products are always changing, it's best just to stick with dynamic anyways, which is good.
Okay.
So yeah, honestly, like this is fine for the new arrivals. Do y'all promote anything else outside of that, or are y'all strictly looking to go down the new arrivals only?
No, I mean we can do the whole site. I think a few of them, the link is to the actual site, and let them, as it is, just explore it.
Right.
I mean, maybe like just like the top section on the website.
Okay. Do you want to pull up the site so we can see that?
Yes.
All right. And the new arrivals there, that's where they're going right now, is to those products. What about the
Yeah.
best sellers?
We just made that, so really didn't do anything with it yet. So we can definitely do something with that.
Perfect. So let's do that. Let's use the best sellers in this case.
Okay.
But since you set up, let's see how you set up this dynamic. Is it through the audience catalog where you selected the new arrivals only?
Yes. I think we're having some issues with that. I think
Here it
it's
is.
pulling just everything in the website. Even though it says new arrivals, I think we've determined it's just pulling everything.
Oh, really?
Yes. Yeah, 266, that's definitely everything, not just the new arrivals.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Okay. So let's fix that.
Okay.
Because we wanted to promote the right product set. So
Right.
new arrivals here. Is this going to pull up all 256? That's all the products there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand why Chappell. I didn't have all that in there.
So for the new arrivals, is y'all's catalog set up to where we could filter by new arrivals?
That's what I'm not sure. From what we understand, she set it up to a link with our Shopify, and the Shopify has the collections, which we thought we'd be able to choose from. So like these filters don't really help us. We don't want to choose any of those filters.
Okay, let's pull up in the business manager here.
Okay.
And what we're going to do is we're going to go to your catalog just to confirm it's all set up correctly, because we do want to promote the accurate catalog, because we don't want to say new arrivals and it just be everything.
Right.
Kind of defeats
Okay.
the purpose. So that way we can first split these catalogs and then we can test like new arrivals ad, bestsellers ad, and see which ones are converting best.
Perfect.
So to do that, we just go here, we go to your actual catalog. Because I want to make sure this is set up right for y'all, so that way moving forward, whenever you're creating ads, you actually have it all organized the right way.
Mm-hmm.
And so
We even tried for the new arrivals to where it would only be arrivals, like deactivating products, but it refreshes every hour. So I mean, even if we deactivate the next hour, it'd be all back up again.
got it. So let's see here. Now let's go here so I can see what is in your new arrivals section.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so it's a collection. Let's see if we can go by that.
So I'm saying, like,
Let me go check
it pulls everything.
right here. I show it's not. Look.
Are these all the new arrivals here?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. Everything is showing up correctly here, though.
Yes, on the website, correct.
Awesome.
Let me know if you need to get into the Shopify.
This product here is on your new arrival page.
Mhm.
And it doesn't look like you have this set to, let's see if it's set to new arrivals in here.
Is that something with the pixel?
It would be connected to the catalog on the, are you all on Shopify?
Yes.
Okay, then it would be connected there. And it doesn't look like it's set to a specific. So yeah, I mean, it's not showing that it's set up as new arrivals for these. So what we need to do is, let's see if we can, y'all
It's
try
also
creating a set and every time it pulls in all products when you do this.
correct. What?
So it
Or
doesn't
like,
look like there's a way to organize it by new arrivals because there's no back end
right.
that's identifying it as a new arrival. So like, nope, that wouldn't be it. There's nothing to identify this for.
Mm-hmm.
So that means we need to, even in categories, like it's not showing up. If we type new, it doesn't want to pull up, does it? Yeah, no. Okay, so can you pull up the back end of your Shopify?
Yes. Okay.
And go ahead and pull up how the products are organized right now. Collections. And then we have new arrivals here. Are these all the correct new arrivals?
Yes.
Interesting. All right.
That Facebook shop, Shopify made us delete that one and use that two down, the Facebook with the circle next to it.
Got it.
Correct.
I wonder where your catalog's connected on this thing, because I mean, it's not even showing up here either.
This one, you mean into this Facebook app
Right.
that we're I'm not sure.
It's under, like, if you look at it, it's under products. Just looking for my catalogs.
Oh, the catalog is under products.
Or it's called collections, yeah. Is that it?
Is that what you were asking?
Yeah, that pulls up the collections, but we need to know how this is being connected right now. So like, if your collections are not being split out, then
Right.
we don't want
That's
that. So right now it's being pulled in from, okay, so it's been set up to, this is recently updated.
Are you asking?
No, it is. It
Okay.
shows it is.
Yes.
You know, honestly, it should automatically, whenever you create a collection, you should have these types of collections there for this.
That's what we thought, but we just thought we were doing something wrong.
Yeah, that's why I was wondering where you actually had this connected for the catalog. Like there should be a point where it shows that you have connected the catalog and it should be sending it to, there it is, Facebook
yes,
catalog.
that's right. Mm-hmm.
But this one isn't the right app. So I don't know what this is. So let's see what that pulls up.
That's what the other lady we hired used to do it and told us how to do it. So if you need to change it, go for it.
Yep. So whenever we look at this, it just pulls up open everything.
Mm-hmm.
So we don't want that. What we want to do is go back to apps. And there was another one you had here, which is the correct one we want to go with,
Okay.
which should be this one here, Facebook product feed.
Well, I want to say she did use that.
Mm-hmm. That was it.
Yeah. Oh, would we have to upgrade to use the collection?
Where did you see that?
Go up. Up, up. Right there. Select collection and variants.
Yeah, it looks like so.
Ah, okay. I mean,
Yeah,
we
that's a
definitely.
good catch. Yeah, I'm not aware of how much it cost. I wasn't even aware that this had changed over to paying. It used to not be like that, so I'm not really sure why they're doing that now. But
I might be
I'm,
wrong. I mean, I don't know if that's exactly what that is, but
yeah, so it looks like do you have 111 new arrivals?
do we have 111? Yes, that's correct.
Okay, so it looks like, yeah, you're gonna have to upgrade if you want to do all to be able to select individually.
Okay.
Otherwise, it doesn't look like we can actually like organize this without having that.
Right. It just shows all the products, which is what we have been using as of now. Okay. So we can upgrade. I don't know if you want to waste your time doing that, or I can do that when we get off this call.
Sure.
And you can just keep doing your thing. I know how to control. I'll just choose the correct product set when we're done and after we upgrade.
Right. So as soon as you do that, essentially what you can do is just make sure to select the product set.
If we're advertising bestsellers or new arrivals, make sure that's selected, correct?
Right. Yep, that's right. And it should end up pulling up like the actual collection.
Right.
It'll say like collection ID or something, and you'll just enter it in, and then it'll filter it by new arrivals, and you can do that.
Right. Or
and then this one would be strictly new arrivals. It wouldn't be all.
Okay.
and then you'd be able to go from there.
Yes. As for audiences, do you just experiment with the audiences we already have?
So right now, if we end up, once you have those, I'd recommend like doing the best sellers, doing the new arrivals, and then you can do like the all products, like keeping that. So I'd have like those three. And
As
then,
an
sorry,
ad,
just different ads. So
different
like
ad
those would be 3 different ads promoting 3 different sets just to see which ones are going to get the most sales.
to the same
Um,
audience, correct?
Right, to the same audience to see if they really like the new arrivals, if they like the best sellers. And then anything else that you have here that you know is super popular, like let's say that
Yes.
everybody buys tops, then have one for that.
Mhm.
Um,
Okay.
And then leave it at that. You don't have to do every single one. Just do the ones that matter most. So like best sellers, new arrivals, and then whichever of these get the most.
Okay.
And then you can do the one where it's like shop all and it includes everything.
Gotcha.
Then for the audiences, once you have those ads there, so I'll just discard this since we didn't
Yeah.
get anywhere with that. Once we have the audience, those ads in place, then for the audiences, you'll essentially duplicate this audience because that's where the ads will be.
hmm
And then you just start creating additional audiences. Now, how many people do we have hitting your site right now based off your analytics? So it looks like you have, okay, so that's just today alone. So yeah, you should have plenty of lookalike data if that's the case.
Yes. Yes.
100% I just roll into lookalikes now because the store's already established. So it's really just about leveraging your lookalike data, improving your conversion rates and going from there.
Okay.
So you have these interests. So that's nice. You can name this like a interest campaign.
Okay.
So you have these for interest. And then what you could do is once all of those ads are here, let's say we duplicate it, we do a new campaign.
Okay.
Because we want to keep your lookalikes away from your interests so that way the data doesn't get like mixed up. And then you do like lookalikes. And we just duplicate this and then focus on the lookalike side.
The audience lookalike you're referring.
Right. Yep. Because you'll have plenty of data on the site.
Yeah. So am I just wasting my time with these like interest, very broad audiences?
I wouldn't say wasting time because like they can work and they are valuable. It's just that the lookalikes are better because you don't have to worry about other people trying to like target the exact same interest.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Because like nobody's going to get your lookalike. They might overlap with your audience to some degree, but they're not going to get your exact audience. They can't, which is great. And it's always updating, right? Because new people go to the site, lookalikes are always updating. Interests don't. So like you can eventually exhaust an interest.
Okay.
And so this is better long-term and it's a little bit more stable. So that's what we want to do and focus on.
Okay.
Now, I know y'all have selected women only, but are y'all 100% that a man has never bought from your store?
Yeah, I have a few.
A few.
Okay. Because I'm thinking like
I mean, we
if they're buying
definitely
for their spouse, their lady friend, or sister, mother.
Okay. Especially the
Potentially.
accessory, the jewelry. Yeah.
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 So sometimes it's like nice to if y'all do have cases like that, we might as well just go with all. Facebook system won't equally show men and women. It's going to skew towards the people who buy most, which if women is that case for your site, then naturally it's going to show it to mainly women. But the good thing is it'll only show it to men when they actually believe it's going to get them to purchase.
Okay.
So it allows you to get a little bit more conversions without paying too much more for it.
Okay, great.
Then for the audience, what we want to do is build custom audiences based off the most important metrics on the site. Right now, I'd say that would be purchases, just based off having 234 orders in the last 30 days. So what we could do, or not even 30 days, I mean, it's 20, so we're going to get more than that. We could build a lookalike off of the purchases.
Okay. I think we already have one. We have a 1% and 2%.
Awesome. Do you know what the time frames are?
you have to go into that. I want to say 180 days or 360 something.
Oh, okay. Perfect. Well, we'll do 30 because we want it to be a little bit more relevant in terms of the time frame, because people who purchased in the last 30 days, likely the new arrivals are somewhat still the same, or they're products that are still here that other people have purchased within these last 30 days. But like 180 days ago, do you all have all of the same exact products you did then?
No.
Gotcha. Yeah, so this would be better because it's a little bit more relevant in that case then.
Okay.
Makes sense.
Yes.
Awesome. Then we'll just create a lookalike based off that. And we'll just keep it to 1% right now. Awesome.
All of these different audiences, I'm just running different catalogs once that's set up.
So, yep, the different collections within those, it would be the new arrivals, the best sellers, the shop all, and then any other things that y'all know that a lot of people are purchasing from.
Gotcha. And just see which one works the best.
Right. So you'll have all those, let's say it's 4 different collections, which is like 4 ads you'll have.
Mm-hmm.
Out of those 4 ads, whichever one's getting the most purchases, you'll just keep and turn off the others.
Okay. And I know I watched a video how you're supposed to double every day and then 20% or something like that.
Yeah, if it's going well and you're at like $5 daily, there's really no worry about interrupting learning because you're always going to be in it at that spend. So you can like double to 10 and then double to 20 and then up, once you get to like 50 daily, then it's like switch to 20% scaling, because then you don't want to interrupt anything about the learning phase or interrupt the cycle. When I refer to that, I mean like Facebook's system.
Mm-hmm.
So just, you can scale the spend if it's working. And then once you hit 50 daily, only do 20% after that, because that won't disturb anything in the account.
Okay. And you recommend starting off with $5 every time?
You can do $5 or $10 per audience.
Okay.
It's just budget preference.
Right. Okay.
Whichever makes the most sense. And then we'll just exclude the exact audience we use to create it. So that way the retargeting actually will do the rest of the work. We don't want to target the same people.
I mean, like, what's the highest you would go for these? I'm saying like to start off with.
To test?
Yes.
Oh, I do like 10 at max to start. Yeah, because for testing, you don't really need to spend a lot initially. You can do a lot of audiences, but you don't want to do a lot of spend on it, because like if it doesn't work, then you're just going to lose a lot of money really quick.
And I don't know if you saw the lady who had set ours up. She did a split test and created audiences based on that. So I don't know. Some of them work, some of them don't.
Right. So we'll look at that as well.
Okay.
And then we can set the daily budget here. If we want to do more audiences, then we could do 5, or we could do a lot of audiences with 10 as well. It's just really budget constraint. Do y'all have a preference or know what your budget is?
10's fine.
Okay. So we'd set that there. And then we're just going to take this name here and essentially just copy that and put it at the top as the name. It looks like y'all have the naming conventions pretty organized right now anyways.
Great. This is a this isn't a set that we're working on.
So this is the ad set. It's a lookalike for the purchase last 30 days. It's set to 10 on the ad set level. It's going to be in a separate campaign for lookalikes here, as you can see.
So I didn't realize you can do a separate campaign, but it still be in the same ad set as another campaign?
No, it just looked that way. So it's in its own.
Okay, gotcha.
And then what we'll do from here is like we just duplicate this one and we go to the next lookalike. And so what we could do is then look at the site and see what other data makes sense to build a lookalike off of.
And this is all showing the catalog, the Chappell catalog.
Right.
As of now.
Yeah, this is anybody who purchased from the site, the store, anywhere.
No, I'm saying the ads you just created, they're still just showing that catalog.
Yeah. So once you have once you set up the catalog and pay for that to get all those other collections, then you're going to have to come back, add all those ads in.
Gotcha.
Yep. And then if we were to continue down this line of like creating audiences, we could test like the highest value as well. So like one of these things would be to launch a lookalike based off people who are spending the highest average order value, which is a good thing to test.
Okay.
Because those people are naturally spending more than 75 to get the free shipping, and that might be an audience that we want to go after.
Yes.
So based off, is this y'all's pixel?
Yes.
So anybody who purchased, we could do this with the value and see how many people show up here. So 173. Yeah, so we do 1% here.
Okay.
So you all actually already have that audience. And you just take it, it's value based. So this one might have purchases where people spend more money.
Okay. And value based, that's Facebook's gonna do what? I guess like, give me a definition.
The audience is just going to try to get people who naturally will spend more money on the site.
Gotcha.
And so like a good example is like this one is a purchase audience of people who spend the highest value. This one's a lookalike of people who just purchased anything on the site. Okay. So you might pay $10 for this audience to get a purchase. And, you know, the average purchase order from these people is $50, okay. Right? But this one, you might spend $20 per purchase, but the average order value is $150.
Yeah.
So it might look like the cost per purchase is higher here, but realistically, they're buying 3 more items than the average person.
Okay.
So that's typically what will happen with these two audiences.
Okay. And then I know we have one that look like 2%. Is that getting too big, or do you encourage doing that?
Go to the higher percentages whenever you actually have an audience that's working. So for instance, let's say that you have a really good cost per purchase and a really good return on ad spend for this audience. And you're happy with the sales, you're happy with everything about this specific audience. Rather than testing a new audience, just duplicate this one and make it a higher percentage, because you can just go after more people that are similar to the ones already in this audience.
We have one running right now with the 2%, and it is doing good, but I'll just do these for now.
Yeah, so like you could do like a 5% of that one and see if it works. And if it does, you can just keep going up in size.
Okay.
100%. Cool. Then other audiences we could do, y'all could download the list. Have y'all done that already?
I'm not sure. I believe so.
Okay. Yeah, if not, you want to download the entire list, upload it, match those people, and make an audience off of that.
Okay.
Then for right here, this is important because you'll have a lot of add to carts, but the conversions are not that high. So let's see what's going on, because there could be an opportunity to capture a lot more of these people and get them to convert.
Okay.
Yeah. So right now with the retargeting, how do y'all have that set up?
She had said that I think it's who's visited Instagram, Facebook, website within the past 14 days, I believe.
This right here. Any reason why it's based off of view content, not purchases?
She had done that, and I'm definitely okay with doing it on purchases. I rather see purchases.
Yeah. So I'd switch that for this for sure.
Okay.
I'd switch that to purchases. This one's past 14 days. Let's double check what exactly that is past 14 days on.
Yes. Okay. I think she meant the past 14 days, but yeah, let's look into that.
Yeah, and you want to do all placements as well. Because then you're just going to pay more.
Automatic.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so it's retargeting the last 14 days based on, you could just scroll down just slightly. There we go. Oh, sorry, it's lagging on my end. If you want to take control and just get it to show up on that little spot where it shows us.
On the
Yeah, right above. Perfect. Right there. Okay, viewer added to cart last 14. Okay, yeah, that's fine. There's none. I mean, that one's fine. You could always do like added. You could do another one and have added to cart, not purchased, like the one below it. You could do that one as well. Like duplicate, add that one in, and then honestly, I would even go even farther with it. Duplicate, and then do like 180-day page view, and then like 180-day Facebook engagement. So that way, you get a really large audience size for retargeting, because it looked like y'all had a lot of good engagements on some of these ads, as well as like the post. So you could retarget anybody who's interacted with it. Which is another thing.
All these separate ads?
Same ads, different audiences.
Yeah, okay.
In the retargeting, right.
Gotcha.
That way y'all can retarget any of those individuals who haven't actually converted, which will be great. And you can retarget a lot of people who never even like made it to the site from the ad engagements, which will help drive a lot more of these people to convert. Not only from add to carts, but just in general. You know, everything above this number you're not seeing. Like everything above this would be visited the page, visited the website, then it would go to the ads, and then it'd be like clicked on the ads.
Okay.
And those are, you know, percentages you're not seeing here, but that's opportunities to bring all of those people, which are much larger, I can assure you that, down to this, which would help drive that back up. And it looks like your conversions are actually down on the store by 77%, which is a large percentage. Is that because of something specific?
No, not that I really know of.
Yeah, the traffic is up big time, but the conversion rates are down significantly. And that usually is an indicator of the wrong individuals making it to the site.
Okay.
So like back here, like we just went to, how far back did we just go? Went from May to June. Mm-hmm. And like you can see, you got a really good site conversion rate, much better at least.
Yeah, we just started like really getting into this Facebook advertising, I'd say about 2 months ago. So that's
right. Yeah. So I mean, like everything looks good here. Sales are up, so that's not a bad thing. It's just that it might mean that we might need some audience tweaking, and the lookalike should solve that.
Okay.
And then you have lookalikes. You'll have those 4 ads. You're going to have the 3 retargeting audiences, the one for the 28-day add to cart, then the one for the page view and ad engagements. Okay. And then switch these to purchase conversions. Everything should just be purchases. That's all you really need and want. So that's what you should focus on.
Great.
All this other stuff here.
Yeah, that's what, should I turn off all these other ads when I start running all these ads we discussed today?
For the retargeting, you leave those on because you'll add in the audiences there. But these ones here specifically that you were referencing, let's see what's going on. Are these, so that's your 2%. Leave that one on. This new arrivals, that's technically not really a new arrival.
Well, we use an existing post from our Facebook page.
Right.
So it's not a catalog. It's just, it is actually the new arrivals.
Okay. Leave that one on.
Okay.
And then everything else, yeah, turn off.
Okay.
Because you have a good return on ad spend here, or at least better than what the other ones are.
Okay.
Yeah, switch these to purchases.
Okay.
And then I'd add more lookalike audiences to test in here as well with the other ones we just did.
Wait, I'm
Honestly,
sorry. You're asking if I want to.
no, you should.
Okay, should.
Yeah, create some more lookalikes, and let's see some more ideas here just real quick.
Okay.
That ad that is getting a lot of that has a better conversion and website purchase return ad spend. Let's see. You said that's the one that's using a post from the page.
Correct.
It's this one.
Is that a strategy you recommend?
Stacking social proof, absolutely. Using it from the page, no. Just because you don't have the shop now button. It's not there. There's no call to action.
Gotcha.
So the only way people are going to make it to the site is if they're hitting that see more and then clicking the link.
Gotcha.
So you could structure an ad the same way as this, the exact same way, and have the shop now and all that. And it
We had
doesn't have
done
to be a
that.
catalog ad.
We had hand-picked items. We had done that, and it did bad. I don't know what it was, but
Y'all did the collection ad format.
I believe we did the carousel ad format.
Got it. So a collection would look like this.
Okay, so that will be
You
better.
would have one big image and it'd have a bunch of little tiny squares.
Okay, so exactly like the post, it'll just have the shop now button.
Right, exactly.
Gotcha.
So because this is probably the format that's working, is people see this and they see, okay, here's all the different,
Mm-hmm.
So that's probably what's driving it. Now, since this has a lot of likes and comments and stuff, and like people are engaging with it, they like it, they love it. A good thing to do is you could test a lookalike based off those engagements. Like anybody who's getting engaged with this page, go after those individuals.
Okay.
Because if these people really like this stuff and they're actually like converting from this ad, you'll likely be able to build a lookalike that'll convert off of a engagement one.
So like engagement with the Facebook page within the last 30 days.
Do longer than that. Do like 180 day in that case for sure, because you want a bigger audience size there.
Okay.
And then on the site, I would download the list, build a lookalike for that. That's another important thing. If you haven't already, you should. And if you already did, find out how long ago you did it, because it's changed since then because of all the new purchases that have come through. And once you do that, that'll have a good number of actual audiences to go off of. And then do you all do any like promotions or sales? Like there's a spike here. Is there anything that happened on August 1st?
Did we start? I don't know. We do it sometimes. Like right now we're doing 20% off.
And I'm doing some of my summer stuff like
Oh, and
on
sale items.
like yeah, I don't have a lot right now, but we have a little small.
Yeah. Got it. And y'all could also do like a slideshow ad. That's another thing. So like with this being boutique, like you're actually fine to show a lot of different products in the ads, because you're not really wanting, it's nice to have a bunch of people buy like one of the products and you sell out of it, but it's going to happen a lot. So it's okay to have ads that have a ton of content like this. So like you could do a slideshow ad where it has like all of these images and they're in slideshow format, collection format. I'd avoid like carousel with this. It's too many. You'd have way too many ads for the carousel in terms of like actual like images. It just would be way too long. It wouldn't work. And it makes sense. Y'all tested that and it didn't.
Mm-hmm.
But this year, collection formats, slideshow formats, video formats turned into video from slideshow would be good.
Okay.
So that way you can show a lot of products and people can click on it, go to the collection, go to the new arrival, go to the best selling and buy, which is really good. And right now, like if you go to like the Facebook business success stories, and then go here. And then if you can just type in like boutique on this.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just click on one of these
Mm-hmm.
real quick to see.
Good afternoon.
All right. So it looks like if we can just find an actual boutique store in here, that's the main thing.
Mm-hmm.
There's got to be another keyword we could test as well. What's another word that might pull up something here?
Women's fashion. Is that?
So it'd have to be along the lines of like it being a store. So like boutique store or like, or do y'all know of a big brand potentially?
Oh, Pink Lily is a boutique, but I don't know if they would be on there.
Okay, let's just do, is this correct? Like a Lily?
Oh, just one L. Oh, that's similar, Lily Pulitzer. Huh?
Pink
I
Lily's
mean, they're a
more
lot bigger. Yeah, try Pink Lily, Lily.
Sorry, I clicked on this one.
No, that's okay.
Let's just see this one real quick as well. So these are carousel formats with slideshows. So that's all, actually, that's not a bad idea either. It gives it, because it still covers a lot of ground, because what you're going to see is like in the actual carousel, instead of it just being single images, it's actually slideshow images. So any moment the person like stops, for instance, let's see what happens whenever the video stops. It should automatically play. Okay, that case it didn't. But there are boutique stores on here. It's just a matter of finding them. So if like you continue to search, you're going to find them. And what you'll see is those ads that we were essentially seeing on some of those success stories. You can see what audiences they were targeting. You can see what ads they were using, the ad formats, and essentially model the types of ads that are getting the highest conversions for them. Because in
Okay.
order to get on these pages, you have to spend a lot to actually show up here. So like that's another thing. So that's really a good way to get a lot of ad format ideas. And, you know, there's so many different things you could search here. And there's plenty of boutiques because I've seen them on here before. So it's just a matter of finding them once
Right.
again. And then just leveraging a lot of the information within each of these case studies, because that's going to be super helpful. Probably just organized by the industry as well.
Retail.
Perfect. This is probably way better. Probably add one more thing to this as well, just to make sure it's like even more refined.
Mm-hmm.
You do catalog sales, so that way we know it's actually. So I don't know these brands, but I mean, if you go through them and check, you'll see different ones.
Okay.
Yep. So, I mean, you can go through each of these as well and just find them.
Okay.
Cool. Yeah. So once you do that and you find one that of, you know, boutique studio that you know that you really like, you'll be able to follow some of the formats that we're working there,
Okay.
and that'll help.
Okay. Perfect. So right now I'm just going upgrade and create ads based on the different collections and different audiences.
Correct. Yeah. So like you're going to test a bunch of those, and that'll allow you to see which collection on the site is going to get the highest conversions. Then you're just going to stick to that one. If it is always new arrivals that you get the best results on, then you just do that one moving forward.
Okay. And
Same
how
thing.
long do I test that for?
So once you launch all 4 ads on each of the audiences, let it run for a full 7 days, and then start cutting all of the ads that didn't work, start cutting all of the audiences that didn't work, then let it run for another 7 days based on those cuts. So let's say you cut on average 2 ads out of each audience,
Mm-hmm.
and then you cut a few audiences altogether because they just didn't work at all.
Mm-hmm.
Then let it run for 7 days to then optimize based off of only having those ads that are working and only having those audiences that are.
Uh-huh.
And you should see your results increase. And then once that happens, if the results are really good, you can then decide to scale those, or you can decide to build additional audiences off of the ones that are working. Like you can do your 2 to 3s, your 5%, and go from there and scale up that way as well.
Okay.
And that'll end up helping a lot in the sense of having the structure that makes the most sense than just having your other, the retargeting we were just discussing, having those additional audiences to capture all those individuals, because you have a lot of people engaging. You have, I'm sure it's more than just this ad on the page as well.
Mm-hmm.
And then retargeting all the people who are hitting the site to convert, and building the list and all of that. I mean, it's a lot of, it's a lot of things, but once you have all those in place, it'll really be good. And in addition, like we were just discussing, testing those extra ad formats, like the collection, rather than doing the carousel, actually do the collection as this.
Okay. Okay.
Like just as a quick example, we can just discard this, but I'll show you. Like whenever you click the collection, it should populate in the same format with the little squares and stuff. So that way you can have all those images there.
Gotcha.
So instead of doing the existing post, you would just do the actual create ad and choose the collection format rather than the carousel. And that will actually bring it up as the little boxes with the main big box.
Gotcha. Okay.
Then for any other additional information on boutique stuff, let's see here. If we just go to, and if y'all have any questions, just let me know.
Okay. I mean, I think we have a really good start of what to do from here on out, or just from after the call, we have some tasks to go do.
Sure. Yeah. And I'm going to pull up one thing for you because you can watch. I don't know if y'all saw the boutique videos that we have.
No, I didn't know you even had like separate ones. Yeah, the ones I was watching today was like a beard trimmer and stuff. And I know I couldn't really compare, but I was just getting an idea.
Right. Yeah, the beard trimmer. Yeah, there's a lot. So like this one here, let's see if this is what I think it is. Yeah, there we go, for boutique. Yeah, so we have more than this on the boutique videos.
Yeah, that's very helpful.
So I'd watch this one to see what's going on here in this actual.
Okay. Can I book that real quick? Bookmark
yeah,
that?
go ahead.
Okay, thanks. Okay.
And then on the actual YouTube, I know that we have more there as well.
Okay.
So if you were to go to that, I'm sure we could find it in the actual channel. There's about 3 or 4 videos specifically dedicated to the boutique accounts. So let's just pull that up real quick so that way you have access to that. So it should be an actual screen. We should be able to identify just through the thumbnail. There it is. So some of these videos are interconnected. It might be linked. It might actually link to all the videos where we talk about it. I just passed it. I was moving too quickly. There it is. So here's another one
Yeah, I see.
where we talk about it. So that way we actually, go through these things on this one as well. So you can watch each of these individual videos over the boutique side and see exactly what we talked about. And pull some insights from there as well, because like their store, their boutique, I believe they're like doing 2, 3x, and then we got them to like 5, 6, 7, 8x return on ad spend, which in that case would be like for every, $100 we're spending, they were making like anywhere between like $500 and $800.
Yeah, great. That's awesome.
So that's kind of like some insights, and you'll see exactly how it was all structured here.
Okay.
And follow some of the same models, see what ad formats, all those different things. Yeah.
Okay.
And then other than that, I mean, like those are the main things. And then essentially like, if y'all have any additional questions, just feel free to reach out. And then, yeah, if y'all decide to move forward with, joining in, we could do more calls and go from there and actually optimize the ads and, continue to work on it week over week.
Okay.
But,
Great.
cool. Yeah. So I'll leave y'all to get going on that. So awesome.
How soon do I need to let you know if I want to upgrade to what it was, 3,800?
Yes. And did y'all ever receive the link with the discounted because y'all paid for the call?
I don't know if I did.
Okay. Let me go ahead and send that to you via chat. So that way you don't pay more than you need to. So since you did do the call, it's 3,300 instead of 38.
Okay.
And then to let me know, I mean, you could literally just like same thing you did before, just process it, and you're gonna get access. You're gonna get a few more emails than you did this time, which would be like links to log in. So there's an actual like login this time, and you're gonna get access to all of the content. So when you actually join, you'll be able to search boutique in the program, and there'll be actual like long videos that populate. The reason I had a hard time finding some of our boutique videos because we don't release all of this content. A lot of times it's just clips. So like this 12-minute clip is actually not the full call. I can assure you it's probably like a 2-hour call on the back end. So if you had access to the program, you'd see the 2 hours where we talked on their store about how we, took their account from the 1 to 2x range and got them up to those higher numbers. So as soon as you do process payment, you'll get access. You'll be able to schedule calls. There'll literally be 2 per week. And we just work on your account every single week until we get it up to, really profitable ranges.
Okay. And how do you send this video